Okay.
Yep. Recording progress.
All right. We got Mr. Johnny, Mr. Aaron, and today we're going to talk about Ohio State versus Michigan and what does Michigan have to do to get back on track.
Well, I think they've been on track. It's just this hurdle, man. It's this one hurdle that they have not been able to do. And that's beat Ohio State.
We don't need you speaking. We don't need you speaking for us.
I had to, man, because I'm an alumni, brother. What do you want me to say?
I'm talking about Michigan don't need Ohio State speaking for us. All right.
So go ahead. So what do you need to do to stop our offense, man? Is the question.
Well, the offense is pretty potent, but I think our defense is strong. We're like one of the top schools with stopping the run. The trouble is going to be stopping them receivers. Y'all got some pretty badass receivers out there, but I think our offense is explosive enough to be able to keep up with you guys. Yeah, I think we're going to shut you guys down on the run. Not shut you down, but I think we'll be competitive with the run.
And our corners do struggle. Because you got that tight end, you got them receivers. What's his name? I forgot. Schnagalot. I don't know what his name is, but and then our corners, we get suspect on defense sometimes.
Our defense has been suspect since the beginning of the season, although it's gotten a lot better. But I think we're gonna pull it out, man. I really do. I think we're gonna pull it out.
And if y'all pull it out, you got to go ahead and rush CJ Stroud. You got to rush CJ, man. Stroud can have the best offensive line and get so much time in the pocket. So it's going to be based on the line. Honestly, it's going to be based on, the defense line and, if they can rush the quarterback. Because remember, the only issue I have with CJ Stroud is he cannot scramble. Yeah. So that is the scariest thing. It's like he freaking can't scramble or run. So I know.
And this year it's at the big house. So I think that crowd is gonna be rocking.
Oh, it's gonna be something. And you know what? Harbaugh, I think even if he loses again, which I know he will, because our OSU is on a collision course right now. I think they'll still keep his job because who else do y'all have out there, man? Come on, that Harbaugh.
The Michigan job is a pretty prestigious job in college football. So, I mean, it's not like they couldn't attract players. But the thing is, Harbaugh isn't necessarily a bad coach. He wins 10 games every year. The problem is he's not beating his rivals. He's not beating Michigan State, and he's not beating Ohio State. And that's big. So he's not a bad coach. He just hasn't been able to get over the hurdle to beat the big rivals.
Yep, it's always about winning that big game. And, think about why does Ohio State always has Michigan number?
Maybe whoa. Always? No, let's not say always. You making it seem like it's always been that way. We still lead the rivalry, all right? It ain't always been that way. But I will say
22. Are you going back to like the 30s?
Hey, I'm going. Hey, let us not forget the 90s when we dominated you all.
And y'all have. Yes, y'all have.
In the 90s, we dominated you guys. So it ain't always been that way. But the last, 7 years? Yeah, the last 7 years, Ohio State has definitely had the upper hand in the rivalry. Definitely.
I'll tell you what. I think what it is I remember them 90 bad boys on Michigan. Charles Woodson.
Yeah, man.
Shoot, better yet.
Charles Woodson, whatchamacallit? What's the other the cornerback? Desmond Howard. Jakob Batukas, the running back. Yeah, man. We have some dogs back there.
Yeah. I mean, I remember the infamous pose in Michigan.
Yeah, but I say when Desmond did the Heisman pose in the end zone. God. Yeah, man.
That was crazy. And you know what? What did I grade? I went to Ohio State 2000. So hey. And I was in that era when we had the sorry quarterback from Ohio State. We had terrible, what's his name? John Cooper. I forgot his name. But, it was
John Cooper was a good coach. He just couldn't beat Michigan. He couldn't beat Michigan.
He could not beat Michigan each year.
I mean, I remember. He had Eddie George. He had a Heisman Trophy winner there. They won 10 games yearly. He was a good coach. He He couldn't beat Michigan. We had y'all spooked then. We had y'all spooked. Y'all was scared.
Remember David Boston back in the day? Who else? Chris Carter. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
Chris Carter. Well, yeah, that's way back. Chris Carter's way back. That's what. It's like
80 something.
Yeah, that's late 80s, right?
Okay, I thought it was like 90s. Well, anyway.
It might have been early 90s.
Yeah.
So whoever wins this game, if Michigan wins, do y'all go to playoff or what?
Well, I mean,
No.
that's up to the committee, but I would imagine the winner of this game would go to the playoffs because I think the winner they still got to play the Big Ten championship. And I really think either Michigan or Ohio State would win the Big Ten championship if they win. Because I think they play Wisconsin, maybe. I think Wisconsin at the Big Ten championship. I would imagine, though, that the winner of this game would go to the championship.
I think I think with Iowa, Northwest. I mean, look at that other conference. It's just bleh.
I think because I would imagine that it's potential that Alabama and Georgia both could make it.
I think that Georgia's gonna destroy Alabama.
If Georgia beats Alabama, Georgia's in for a wrap, and Alabama has 2 losses. Well, they would have 2 losses.
And the committee
But if
loves
Alabama beats Georgia, that makes things real interesting.
I honestly
don't know. I just don't
don't
know.
But I know what Notre Dame is back. Like they're back in the equation if Georgia beats Alabama, then Notre Dame would kind of like slide their way in because they only have 1 loss.
Yeah, maybe. But and it is Notre Dame. I just don't think Notre Dame.
Well, remember, Mike, Cincinnati beat Notre Dame. If they go undefeated, but you know what? The committee say they're in the sorry conference, man. They're in a terrible.
I don't think UC gets in. I really don't.
Even if they beat Houston, I don't think they'll get in. That's sad.
I don't think they
That's
get
real
in.
Sad. I mean,
I don't think they get in. I really don't.
And it's not to say they're a bad team. They're undefeated. They are freaking undefeated.
But they are in a weak. They are in a weak conference, man. The only good win they have really is that Notre Dame win, and Notre Dame
too. Yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean Notre Dame's not that. I mean they're solid, but as far as to sell the pitch, you know what I mean, as far as like profitability, to kind of make it a good, for the fans to get into it. So I feel like it's all up to that, like I said, this next
it's up to that committee. And Notre Dame is they have a huge alumni and they carry a lot of prestigious points. So if there's a way to get Notre Dame in, they'll get Notre Dame in. But the thing is, I think it really comes down. I think a big decision comes down to Georgia and Alabama. Right. If Alabama wins, if they beat Georgia, which I know you're saying you don't think that they will, but if they beat Georgia, that makes things real interesting. Because Georgia and Alabama will have 1 loss.
Well, I'm saying they'll have like a champion in there, the SEC champion.
Well, that's what they would play. That Georgia and Alabama are going to play for the SEC championship.
So SEC champion, 1. What else? Maybe a Pac-10, Pac-12 champion 2. Nah. AC, maybe. No, they're terrible.
Maybe. I think if Alabama beats Georgia, I think both Alabama and Georgia make it.
Well, that'll be interesting.
And then I think between Michigan and Ohio State, whoever wins this game, I think they make it.
But why does it seems like the playoff, they love Alabama so much, They
are Alabama.
They lost a ranked team by a field goal, mind you. But then again, like look at Oregon. Oregon got 2 losses. They got
Oregon's over. They're not even.
Oregon's done.
Oregon's done. They're not even. Like I said, if Cincinnati can pull off the victory in the next week, they're in. I'm pretty sure they're gonna go. They're gonna make it, and then it's just up for this game with Ohio State. So in order for Ohio State in order for Michigan to get back on track, do you think you guys have to get a new coach, or do you think the coach is fine? His job is safe, or what
I
do you think?
mean, he was supposed to have been the coach to turn things around. So, and that's one of the things is Michigan is a prestigious job, but it's like, I mean, Harbaugh, he's a Michigan guy. He's had success at the collegiate level. He's had success at the pro level. Who else do you bring in
I don't
if
think you
you
can.
fire him?
Now, at this point, I don't think you can. I think right now with the extension and everything, he's getting you 10 wins each season.
Yeah.
And then he's recruiting. And maybe it is recruiting, but the thing is that he's got good recruits. I mean, you got,
We'll see, but I don't know. We'll see. I think he should be. I think he should be gone if he don't beat Ohio State this year because he should have beat him the year before last in 2019. I thought that was Ryan Day's first year. Ohio State had some trouble and they didn't win, and I was really disappointed then. So we'll see.
But you know what though? But you know what though? That now I think about it, that 2016 game went to overtime, didn't it? Didn't that game go into overtime? 2016.
I think it did.
16.
It was either 17 or 16 because I remember.
16. They went to overtime. It was. I think that game was. I don't. I think it was. Was it in Ohio State, Aaron, or was it in Michigan?
No, it was on Ohio State, and Curtis Samuel ran that running touchdown in the end zone in overtime to beat Michigan. I remember that.
Yeah, it was a very Michigan. They blew it. Like they had the game. They had their name on the game, but they just Ohio State just took it at the last minute. But
and that's when they had one dude, Milton Spates, or whatever his name is. That court.
I remember that one.
Yeah, I remember his name, man. That's what we got scared of, because he was a decent quarterback. And Cade McNamara, he's decent too. He's got a good offensive line to protect him. But hey, we'll see. But I got alma mater each time, man. My alma mater means everything. Like we'll see.
We'll see. We'll see. It should be a good game, but I'm still going with the Amazing Blue all the way, 100%. Amazing Blue, baby. We bringing it back. We winning this one.
Yeah, we're gonna see Johnny's comments on Facebook. He's gonna be Triumph, which I highly doubt, or it's gonna be
Hey, I'm praying to football Jesus tomorrow. We football Jesus is gonna deliver us a victory, baby.
Our Toastmasters meeting on Thursday. Imagine if I said I'll be a Toastmaster for that day, and I'm gonna have a theme called Victory. It's gonna be based on.
Hey, you can have your theme for victory. It's gonna be Michigan, baby. You turn that V upside down, it's gonna be an M, baby. Let's just like that, like that, baby.
Hey, I say if Ohio State wins, I will be Toastmaster for that day, and it'll be all on the basis of the OH on victory. Y'all worded.
Oh Lord, boo.
But you know what though, like even though Ohio State's dominated the last 2 decades or the last 10 years, however you want to look at it. The Big Ten, in my personal opinion, the Big Ten was the strongest conference in the whole football season. You know what I mean? Like the Big Ten, I feel like top to bottom.
I thought this year they had a good chance, but the SEC's dominated the conferences, I would say. But this year, I thought it was some really good schools because Penn State was good. Penn State was good this year. Iowa started off really good. Then we had Ohio State, Michigan. So we had some good teams. And Purdue showed up. Purdue beat 2 top 10 teams. So it was 5 strong schools in the Big Ten.
Right. Yeah, so I feel like definitely. I just want to see a good fight and a good battle. You know what I mean? And
I'll tell you that it's gonna be high scoring.
Yeah. And I think if Michigan and Ohio State, I think will get into the tournament. Whoever wins that, I think they got a good chance. Either school got a good chance to win. Well, I don't know. Georgia kicking everybody ass. I don't know. Let me watch what I'm saying because Georgia,
right.
Like
Georgia don't look like they can be beat right now. At least now.
Scary. That's the scary part.
Hey,
You know,
have any of you guys ever been to a OSU versus Michigan game before?
I've
absolutely.
never been to one.
I've been to one. My wife and I, well, my fiance at the time, we went to one back in 2014, I think, when it
Mhm.
was Snow Bowl. It was one of them snowy games. Snow started coming down, and it was just so cold. We were in blankets watching that game. Shoot.
Uh,
But I can't. It wasn't as bad as going to a Cleveland Browns game. Now you just pretty much frostbitten in the Cleveland game. You go to the Cleveland Stadium. Oh my gosh! In December, in the snow.
yeah,
Oh, ugh, can't even
yeah.
think of
December's cold. December's cold in Cleveland, real cold.
it. I don't know how they do it. I'd rather be in Florida watching a game, Mike, like you are.
Right, right. Yeah, I've never been to a OSU versus Michigan game, but they ESPN and all the sports medias, outlets, they always hype up the game, and
Oh yeah,
it's definitely the most hyped up rivalry game. So,
absolutely, absolutely.
and it's got blue versus red, so that's always a
Or Crips and Bloods. Were you trying to get some gang affiliate? Are you insinuating gang affiliation here, Michael? Is
I'm
that
just
what you're
saying,
doing,
like,
sir?
I'm being real about it. You know what I mean?
Hey, he in Miami. He close to Miami, right? Close to that, dopes. What'd you call it? The one of them rich cities, where they ride them dope cars. So hey, like
Aaron,
that
how
movie
come you
Bad
got
Boys.
Aaron? How come you got the San Francisco Bridge on your background?
I don't know. I was trying to find an OSU background. I couldn't find one on my
See, he went to
iPhone
OSU. They're not that prepared. You see,
because we
we
don't
come
need to be.
prepared. The Michigan guys come prepared. You know what I'm
What win a
saying?
pitcher? What's the
Yeah.
pitcher gonna do?
We're just
A
saying,
pitcher.
we're just prepared, man. We knew this was going to be an OSU and Michigan discussion. See, you still
See, I'm
messing
on the
up.
moon now because
You still
Ohio
messing
State
up.
is always
What
on
the
the
moon
moon.
got to do with this conversation? Nothing. Nothing. You see, Michigan from the start to the conclusion, the Michigan fans are prepared. OSU, they just scrambling. They got San Francisco and the moon. They got all kind of
That's where we're
stuff.
going, to the moon. That's
Oh,
Ohio State
boy.
always go to the moon when it comes
See, Ohio State fans come up with ridiculous stuff like that. Did that even make any sense, guys?
I must ask you about Michigan, right? They say I seen all these videos on Facebook, most of them, talking about like Harbaugh, is the genius that could finally put this team together. Y'all remember 62-38 when he thought he had it together. The Buckeyes scored 62 unanswered points. That's preparedness.
Ohio State has been dominant against Harbaugh. There's nothing we can say about that. They've been dominant against them.
Man, look, if we just so we don't score 50-something points again, man. Please don't.
So hey Johnny, are you concerned about OSU after what happened to Michigan State?
Nah.
No, Michigan State, that was obliteration right there. I felt bad. I think they should have stopped that game after halftime. That was pretty bad.
I think Michigan will be prepared. And Michigan sent a pretty strong message that the same night too. They scored 50-something points.
Yeah, but man, how many yards did Joseph Walker run on Michigan? I don't understand that. It's like the same play over and over. Speaking of which, and here we are.
I mean, he's
limited with 78 yards with a so-called great defense. And Ohio State's defense got better. But I was just looking at myself like, hey, we held him to 78 yards. Michigan had him run 300.
I don't see why that's so unbelievable. He was a Heisman Trophy candidate.
Well, yeah.
So I don't see. Yeah.
No, he was a Heisman candidate until he met, CJ Stroud. That's cool,
Well, Aaron, to be honest with you, Aaron, it was kind of a situation where, as far as Michigan State, their receiver, I think his name is Reed. Like, he's good, but if you just know one guy is their key guy, you just gotta load up on that one guy. You know what I mean? So it wasn't really fair for Walker, and plus I don't think he wanted to get hurt that game, so they kind of just threw in the towel with that. You know what I mean? But
like Rocky,
they were playing it to shoot. I mean, this game is gonna be at the big house. Michigan is prepared. We gonna do this, man. We are going to do this.
You better make a miracle and beat on OSU, or they're gonna riot. I can't. I hope they don't riot though. I don't, but
Ooh,
and you
nah, they ain't
Michigan,
right.
Michigan, there'll be some sad fans in that state.
It will be. It will be.
Well, we got 8 minutes left, Mike. So
Yeah.
So hey Johnny, let me ask you a question. So would you be willing to do a recap video with after the game?
Yeah, because I'm
Let's do
confident
it.
in my team.
Okay.
let's do it. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Recap video. I like
I
that.
ain't scared of no Buckeye. What is a Buckeye anyway, man? Nobody knows what
I
that
thought a
is.
Wolverine was a rat. Ain't that like a little rat with teeth or
No, see,
something?
see again, Ohio State and them don't know nothing. Them fans don't know nothing.
Oh my gosh. And they become rabid too, right? I'm like, if y'all was rabid, y'all ate the poisonous nut that make y'all lose. That's a rat, you know what I mean?
Lord.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
we're gonna Johnny believes that Michigan's gonna do their thing, and I don't know if anybody wants to place any bets or if we're just gonna
I ain't a gambling man, you know that.
We have a gentleman's wager, just a gentleman's wager. We
Like
you
Mountain
know.
Dews or so, whatever. Gentleman's wager.
Yeah, just gentleman's wager.
Okay.
Michigan is taking it. Michigan wins this one.
If Michigan wins, Johnny, then I will do a speech on how Michigan beat Ohio State, and I will do a 5-7 minute speech on Thursday. How about that?
Okay, and I'll do one,
That's a
and
good
I'll do one on Ohio State.
Yes, there we go. Wager, bet, deal. I can't wait for this.
Sounds good, and I guess that's everything is on tape, and so we'll just see you tomorrow, Johnny. And I really appreciate it, Johnny, for coming out, and
No problem.
it was a good conference call. And Aaron, we're gonna
I appreciate you, man.
we're
For
gonna do
real.
this again real soon. So until
Yeah,
next
I
time.
appreciate you, Mac. You did a good job putting this together. Just because I don't have the OSU picture doesn't mean we go straight to the moon every time we win. So imagine this is our space right here. Victory.
All right.
Lord, I think I'm frozen.
See what happens. Technical difficulties with Michigan, freeze. That's what they do. And they all
Right.
it's all love though. It's all love.
Yeah. Because I'm trying to put a thumbs down sign and I can't see myself. But so yeah. Just like some Ohio State people, they done rigged the call.
Oh yeah, they blame us. I know he's gonna blame us.
They done rigged the call. They done rigged the call.
Okay. Well, whatever.
All right. Well, look, Johnny, we're gonna do one tomorrow after the game, or sometime we'll figure out the schedule for it, and we're gonna do it even bigger. Okay.
All right, man.
Appreciate y'all, man.
All right.
All right.
Later.
Peace.